What's going on, everybody? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about another roster addition to this football team. It seems like we're just hounding on the offensive line over these past few days. It's because there's been several injuries there. First off, before I get started, I want to thank both Sam and Hank for filling in for me the last 2 days. I am back. Very excited to briefly recap FanFest and talk about the latest move for this football team. Before I dive into that, just a reminder, we are presented by BetUS. You can sign up with our promo code below there at Join125 or click on the link down below in the video. And make sure to subscribe to us on all of our social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for all the latest up-to-date New York Football Giants content. So, the news of the day. Giants are bringing back a familiar face. Happens to be offensive tackle Eric Smith. Now, I don't blame you if you don't remember this guy. It's very hard to remember when he only played in 2 games. But he did play for Big Blue under Pat Shurmur in 2019. That was Daniel Jones' rookie season. He worked out with the Giants this morning, and this move comes just a day after rookie Marcus McKeithen was placed on season-ending IR with an ACL injury that he suffered at FanFest. His leg got rolled up. It was not good. I was at the Mets game Friday night, and I saw the news. Not good. That's the second offensive lineman down in a week's time, and the Giants have had to scramble fast. Obviously, Sam talked about the addition of Will Holden, and now it looks like Eric Smith is going to be competing with Will Holden for that swing tackle position. I do think Will Holden has an edge, but it's good to compete, adding a familiar player to the team this late in the game, and it's a body. So he was a UDFA for the Miami Dolphins back in 2017, so he signed with the team a year after Joe Shane left out of Virginia, where he played his college ball. He initially made the 53-man roster as an undrafted rookie, but he landed on IR very early in the year. Now, this guy's bounced around several teams in the NFL. The Giants actually claimed him off waivers from the Jets 2 years later in 2019, and I mentioned his fair share of NFL rosters, 6 NFL teams. Now, his second stint with Big Blue appeared in just 2 games that year, as I said. And again, this signing comes just 3 days after the Cardinals released him on Thursday. Cardinals love ex-Giants offensive linemen. They have Will Hernandez and Justin Pugh as well. Giants bring in Max Garcia, former Cardinal. So a little interesting note there. As for Smith, 26 years old, 6'4", 312 pounds, 34 3/4-inch arms. So he has some good length. And remember, the O-line depth is an issue, not just because of Gono and McKeithen, but remember, Nick Gates and Matt Pert are also working their way back from injuries. Matt Pert was a 2020 third-round draft pick who is currently on the PUP list, and so is Nick Gates. I do not expect Nick Gates to play in 2022. I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to make a comeback at some point in the season, especially if there's injuries on that O-line. We saw John Feliciano have some heat and hydration issues, but hopefully that, dwindles away. I'm not so sure about Matt Pert. If he's going to come back this season at any point, he just had surgery. There's a chance both those players miss the entire year. But I'm interested to see what's going to happen. The O-line is always a concern. The first team O-line looked okay at FanFest. They didn't look bad. Thibodeau got the best of Evan Neal a couple times, but I like the combo blocks made by Neal and Glowinski on the right side. I think Mark Glowinski might be the most important offensive lineman on this team because we have a rookie starting at right tackle. So the fact that Glowinski is penciled in there at right guard, an 8-year veteran now, right next to Evan Neal, that's going to benefit him a lot. But obviously, Andrew Thomas is our best O-lineman at this time, anchoring that left side. He was arguably the best player on the football team this past season. And we have Shane Lemieux coming back from that partially torn patellar tendon. That was a significant injury that, ultimately ended Victor Cruz's career. But Shane Lemieux, an offensive lineman, he doesn't have to, use that muscle as much. So I'm interested to see how he comes back. And right now he's starting with the ones on offense. So I'm excited to see what Shane Lemieux brings to the table. As I predicted, he would be starting at left guard. A lot of people have questioned me why I think that, and I just think the continuity, right? Him and Andrew Thomas both coming in the same draft class, not to mention him and Andrew Thomas are good buddies. So, right now it's looking like Thomas, Lemieux, Feliciano, Glowinski, and Neal as the starting 5 offensive linemen. Now the question is what happens at that swing tackle position. Will it be Will Holden, who was signed earlier this week, or will it be the newly signed Eric Smith? Well, we'll have to find out. Preseason is just a few days away. The Giants have their first preseason game against the New England Patriots. I believe it's on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Reported by head coach Brian Dable. And as of right now, all the healthy players are going to play. That includes your Saquon Barkleys, Kenny Galladay's, Daniel Jones, Leonard Williams, Blake Martinez, players like that. But, folks, hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you like what you see, make sure to go check us out below on all of our social media platforms, on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Big Blue Avenue. Again, make sure to go check out Sam's video and Hank's video over the weekend. They did a great job. Really appreciate them for filling in for me. And without further ado, let's go Big Blue.